Let me introduce the instructors and the staff to you. My name is Danielle Ricks. I'm the Director of Education and Community Engagement here at Montgomery Community Media. Our guest here is Jaden Tatum. He's one of our content creators, and he's local, so we grabbed somebody local for you. We also have, I like to call him the content creator to the stars, Nene Lishora's joining us. Nene, you see how I went over your last name really quickly, so I couldn't mess it up. I just got like Lishora. He's joining us from Los Angeles. We have Julian Lee, who's our production coordinator. He's going to be in the chat, making sure that everything is happening in the chat. There he is right there. Wave hi, Julian. And that's Jacqueline, our director. She is going to make sure this all makes it to video properly. If anything's missing, we look at her strange. And then we've got Delmar Patterson. He's right here with you. Say hi, Delmar. And he's helping the folks in the studio make sure that they're getting online so they can fill out the poll. Hopefully, you guys who are in the chat and on the Zoom are able to fill out the poll too. While you're doing that, I'm going to spend a little bit of time meeting somebody that I'd like to introduce you to. And this is Kevin Lopez. Kevin, come on up. Kevin took our last class, and it was our pilot class that we did before we launched this one. And Kevin is a realtor, and he worked on his brand, his niche. You remember Kevin, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So tell us how it's going. Tell us what you did since the last class.
Yeah, we had discussed changing platforms, going on to different platforms that I wasn't already on. I think I had a tendency to stick to what I was more comfortable with, which didn't yield any new results. It worked for what it was doing, but I added TikTok, I added YouTube, I started adding captions into the videos because that I realized from our conversation that most people scroll while they're not actually listening to the audio. Mm-hmm. So you can see even in the section over there, you can see all the words popping up on the screen, and it helps people remember which video was what the topic might be about, and so they also click on it more afterwards. So it's gotten a lot more people engaged with the content, even in just a short amount of time. The difference in story views went from roughly 60 to easily 100 every day now.
Okay.
So it made a big difference.
He gets the gold star, everybody. Thank you, Kevin. You can have a seat.
Good job,
okay,
Kevin.
Hopefully everybody has filled out the poll. It was a really quick one. And let's get some results. Julian, you are up.
Hello, everybody. You guys can hear me?
Yep.
Wonderful. All righty. So we got a lot of good responses. So the most popular used social media platform amongst everybody watching is Instagram with 16 votes, then YouTube with 11, Facebook with 13, LinkedIn with 10, Twitter/X with 3, and others with 5.
Right.
The second question was, have you done any monetization on social media? 2 people have said yes, whereas 15 people have said no.
Hey.
And then, do you have a well-defined brand identity? Most people said no. We have one person that wrote nah with 4 H's.
I like that person. I don't know who that is, but I like that person.
Mm-hmm. We got somewhat, and 2 people have voted yes.
All right. So I'm hearing Instagram, and I heard YouTube. What did you say about TikTok? Anybody? Oh, you all are in for a treat.
I do TikTok.
Oh, you do TikTok.
Okay,
good.
okay.
All right, good. Okay, we got you covered. So here are the 3 things that I want you to take away from today. We're going to talk about how to monetize your content, right? What are the different ways creators and businesses earn money? What are the brand partnerships, sponsors, and collaborations that you could start thinking about? How do you turn your content into revenue? We're going to talk about how to build a strong, recognizable brand. Many of you said that you don't have your brand defined. We're going to fix that today. You're going to be able to at least ask the question, what are you known for, and what do you do better than anybody else? What do you do better than anybody else, okay? Crafting captions, as Kevin said, making sure that you have the captions, because many people scroll and they don't have the audio on, right? Content, hashtags, are they important? Are they not important? We'll talk about that a little bit. They're less important than they were before. Creating content strategies that align with your brand. And then most important, how to grow your audience. Because if you do all of this and there's nobody watching, there's nobody following you, you're not going to make money. Not only are you going to make money, you're going to be sad. So we're going to talk about that. And then understanding engagement, what that looks like, and building a loyal audience. And we will have those hand-on activities that I talked about to grow your strategies. And we're going to start with the importance of content monetization. So why are we even doing this class? Why are you even here? What are we talking about? And one of the things is if you're on social anyway, and you're using it anyway, and by the way, social media is just a marketing tool, right? It's a tool. There are many tools in the toolbox that you can use to monetize. Social media is one of them. And so the reason why it's important is because it allows you to be your own entrepreneur. It allows you to control your own messaging and show up as your most authentic self. And if you do that, you're going to find an audience that likes the things that you like, that cares about the things that you care about. And once you find that audience, the brands come to you. There's less that you have to do to get them. They come to you. And so it all starts with your brand. And in just a minute, we're going to take you through an exercise where I'm going to ask you to define your niche. Identify your target audience. Who is similar to you or just the opposite of you and your views that you think you can pull them in. You have to clarify your message so you're very clear about who you are and how you're presenting yourself. The visual identity, what are your colors? What's your branding? What are you known for? And then consistency. Consistency builds trust. And this is often where it falls off, yeah? People start strong, they start posting. I'm gonna post every day, or I'm gonna post every other day for the first month. And the second month, oh my gosh, I'm tired. I can't do this. So we'll talk about different ways and tricks that we can do to help take that burden off of you so you don't feel like this is another part-time job. Now, it is a job. Let me just be very clear. This is a job, and you are going to have to put in the time. But with anything, if you put in the time, you're going to get the results. Fair enough? Okay, this is where I introduce our two very handsome and knowledgeable content creators. So I want to ask you guys, how did you build your audience, and what is your niche?
I can go ahead and start. So just to reintroduce myself, my name is Jaden Tatum. I go by Sprish on all content or all social platforms. I really started back in right before COVID hit. It just I do comedy skits. So it started off as just something fun to do. But once I started looking into it a little bit deeper, I realized I could make some money for this. So, and we'll see, we have videos on the next couple slides, but for every piece of content I do with any of my comedy skits, I'll take something that's that we all can relate to and then just make it super absurd. That is my entire brand. We'll see it in the videos, but it's something super simple and it just becomes extremely exaggerated, and that is my brand. And one thing I'll reiterate through this entire thing is if you're gonna be somebody or if you're gonna have one brand, you need to be that brand 100%. Never stray away from who you are, because your audience will see it and the potential sponsorships and stuff will see it as well. I'm gonna pass it over to Nini whenever you're ready.
Hey guys, my name is Nini Elishiro, or people know me as Nate White. I actually started content, I want to say about 14 years ago, but my original niche was fashion design. I only did fashion design content. And since then, in 2020, I'm pretty sure a lot of people started doing different content or doing content in general. That's where I found that I had a comedic bone. I don't know, like a funny bone. I don't know what you want to call it, but I found out that people found my comedy entertaining. And to be honest, I did not think that it could be a job. I never thought that it could be a job. I always thought it was just like a hobby or something that people do for fun, which for me it is fun. Which is why it's important to have a niche that you enjoy that comes from an authentic place so that it feels like you're not working. But once I found out that people enjoyed my comedy and I got that first hit up from someone asking me to make a funny video and me getting paid for it, I was like, wait a minute, hold on. Maybe this could be an actual job. Maybe this could be lucrative, you know? And since then, since 2020, it's been my full time job. And designing has come second to that. And I've been able to, I'm from Brooklyn, I'm from the projects, New York City housing. And I came from there, and with content creating, I've been able to move my family to Jersey and move right now. out here in LA pursuing that. And yeah, I just hope to give you guys like my keys from my personal experiences, and I hope that I'm able to, drop a couple dimes for y'all.
All right. So we are going to show you a little bit of their content. We're going to start with Nini, and we're going to play these two, and then Nini, you just walk us through what these ads were for. We'll start with this one.
I gotta go buy Halloween candy. Oh, see, that's what we're not gonna do. We're just gonna order some candy on DoorDash. I mean, baby, it's 2023. Let's get it delivered to me. All right, yeah. DoorDash came through with that delivery. Oh, the kids is here. How am I forgetting the candy? This is back to DoorDash, huh?
So DoorDash, did they approach you? Did you approach them? How did that work?
Okay, so they approached me. I actually currently don't have any management or like a team or PR. My social media is pretty much, I call it my online portfolio where I post, and I've been lucky enough for brands to just hit me up based off of seeing my post and wanting to work with me. But with that whole video, the way they do is they come to me with like a brief of what they have in mind or like what they're trying to sell, and then what my job is to take that and make it feel authentic to my content, because I never want my ads to feel super different from my content. I want them to still be entertaining and still have my natural, personality. So yeah, that was just like about Halloween candy and like getting candy on DoorDash and stuff like that. And for me, I just wanted to add like my personality to the video, like my sense of humor, and I tend to use my family a lot because that's just how, that's my life. So I try to keep it similar to like what's happening in my life.
Okay, let's play the next one that really shows your personality as well.
Come with me to check out the TikTok Creator Marketplace booth at VidCon. It's such a vibe in there. We're able to try out dope filters on the big screens and pick up a little trinket or two. Now, you know we love a good photo op, and they had the dopest area set up for us to take dope pictures and videos. Now, y'all know I love me a good snack or two, or three, or four, or five. Mind your business. I had the opportunity to have a really cool, fun interview. And of course, y'all know I had to check out the TikTok Creator Marketplace booth. There, you're able to check out your eligibility to make sure that you can be a part of the TikTok Creator Marketplace. And we got these cool fans. Y'all know I need me a fan. It's lit.
Now, talk to me a little bit about TikTok and what it's like in that environment to go from online TikTok, which you and Jaden are TikTok folks.
Right.
What was that like being there and just being in that environment, and why TikTok?
So that was VidCon, and they had me come out to kind of just like show off their space that they were hosting at VidCon, and I was just really excited because TikTok is the platform for me that pushed me, and kind of like gave me the most of my following. There's different kinds of uh, brand advertisement. This one was a little bit more, as you can see, it was a lot of information that I kind of had to like get through, but I still wanted it to be entertaining. So with this one, I try to keep the visuals really quick, and I try to cut really quick and show things and like try to keep the eye engaged in what's happening, because at the end of the day, a lot of brands want you to get the information across, and sometimes it could be a little bit difficult to get information across without it feeling like you're dragging it down. But it was really great working with TikTok, and yeah,
And
yeah.
Nini, are they, when they give you the brief, are they specific about the points that you have to hit? And also,
So yeah,
did you have to use hashtag ad to make sure that everybody knew that this was an ad?
so it depends. Like a lot of brands, you have to use either hashtag ad or hashtag sponsored or like hashtag Spotify. Like you have to like say that you're working with them. What was your first question?
Um, when they did the brief, were they specific about the things that
Was
you
they
had to
specific?
say?
Yes, so they were pretty specific. That's the thing. Sometimes the brief could be extremely specific where they want you to say a specific sentence, and that's why some people can sometimes sound like robotic, you know? But that's the thing. With me, I speak a certain way. I'm from New York, and a lot of times brands get me because that's the kind of energy that they want, and I don't have to tweak my words or tweak how I sound or like change myself. But with this specific one, I there were things that I had to say, which is why I tried to just like put as much as my personality into it and just have fun versus it just being like an infomercial.
So I want to highlight something that he said to for those of you on Zoom and for those of you in the studio, and that is he is true to himself. So we talked about being authentic, not changing up who you are, and the brands will come to you because they want your audience, but they also want your personality. So that's why they're bringing you on board. And while they may have some specifics that they want you to do for them, they want your most authentic self, right? And so I want to go to Jayden now and show you a couple of his. If we can get the slide to advance, let's see what's happening.
And can I point out one more thing?
Sure, absolutely.
I'm glad that Nene said it. The hashtag ad thing, it is, I want to stress this, it is very illegal to post an ad without explicitly saying that it's an ad. Like, that's against the law. So
Right.
I've seen a couple creators go down because of that. So yeah, whenever you're posting an ad, please make sure that you're disclosing that it's an ad.
And the goal, correct me if I'm wrong, Jayden and Nene, the goal is for them to not know it's an ad.
Until you say it's an ad.
Until
Yep.
you say it's an ad. It's so good that they just think it's a regular post. And when that started happening, that's why they then required legally that you tell people this is an ad because of the marketing. If we just continue to post things and they don't know the difference and you're coming after them, you're posting, and they think it's a regular post, that's not a legal stance that you want to take. You want to let everybody know that an ad is an ad, a sponsor is a sponsor, okay? So what I like about what Nene said again was talking about being authentic. And so now what is interesting to me is that both of these content creators, and we did not plan it this way, come from a very kind of comedic, funny background. So you're going to get to see Jayden's personality now. And it's really interesting that they've been able to build such a following on TikTok and be able to monetize really just being their funny selves. So let's look at Jayden's.
I'm hungry. You want to get something to eat? Matter of fact, I could go for some sus. One life. I could go for some sus. Yeah. What? What are you saying? Are you hungry or are you not? Sus? Bro, stop saying that! I don't know what you mean. Are you hungry or are you not? Like, what are you saying? Bro, I can go for some sustenance, bro. What? Like, I'm hungry. I can use some energy. Like, come on, everybody know that, bro. Why would I know that? Why would I know that? Nobody's ever said that before. You're the only one who ever says that. Whatever, bro. You want a DoorDash or do you want to go drive and get it? DoorDash be expensive. Bro, I'm low-key cool with the W. The what? I'm cool hopping in the W. That's cool, bro. You can hop in the W, bro. Stop saying it like it's common knowledge. What does that mean? The whip, man. You can hop in the whip, bro. The W. Bro, come on, bro. You gotta catch up on your slave. Slave. Nah, you tripping, bro. I'm about to whoosh though. You about to whoosh. One life. What does one life mean? What does one life mean?
I could completely relate to that because I thought sus meant suspicious. So I could completely relate.
Yeah, I just want to speak on it. So I'm glad that y'all actually put this like this, that Nene's showing the ad side. And this is what gets you to those sponsorships, right? In the beginning of this, I said, make sure that you're authentic. Like, it's raunchy. It is completely absurd, but ads like to see, hey, he or she is being their authentic self. And this next video is even crazier. So we can go to that real quick.
Not more.
Chicken sandwich for Spurs? Yeah, that's me. Here you go. Wait. These are nuggets. What? I ordered a chicken sandwich meal, but y'all gave me nuggets. Oh, sorry about that. I was going to back and fix it for you real quick. Appreciate you. I got you, twin. Hold on. Twin? Ain't y'all supposed to say my pleasure? Sorry. Just slipped my mind. And why are you wearing brown? Don't y'all usually wear red? Like, what? What's going on? You are one smart. What are you talking about? Who are you? You see, you guys have clowned us so much, we had to take the desperate measures to get y'all to eat our food. Desperate measures to eat food? Who would? Wait. Can I just eat Arby's? We have the meats. What did you just make me put into my mouth? That's not chicken. That's bull turtlenecks! You just ate Arby's!
So yeah, just insanely absurd. And I think at first, like Nini said, when I first started this, I didn't think anything was going to come from this because it was just like really random. But from a brand standpoint, it shows the brand that this guy can take any product that we give him and kind of exaggerate it to a point where it's catching people's attention. So like, if you think that whatever content you're doing isn't good enough to be like used for sponsors, a brand will always find a way to use you if you're your authentic self.
Okay. And so sometimes before the brand comes, you make an ad for them. You do the ad for them and you're not getting paid. You don't have to do ad or sponsorship, right? Because you're just doing it. So you make the commercial. You make the ad. You go ahead and do it. Do a few of them. Go for a couple of brands. They will eventually see it because you're going to tag them. They will eventually see it and see what your creativity is. And then the next go round, you want them to pay you for the ad that you did. We're giving away ads for free. We're going to toss it out there. And then we're hoping that the brand sees it and at that opportunity they pay you to actually do what you already did, just a different one. Brilliant, yes? All right. So now, again, with the not advancing the slides. Here we go.
There we go.
There we go. Activity time. Thank you. I got to let people at home on the joke. So prior to us starting, I said, we're going to do some activities. And one of our lovely guests said, activities. And I was like, wait, we don't like activities? She said, no, I like activities. So I said, you meant activities. And that's what she said very softly. I'm not sure if you could hear her. So this is what we're going to do. Julian and Nini are going to go into a breakout room for the people online. And Jaden's going to take that side of the room, and I'm going to take that side of the room. There are cards on your chair with a pen that I'd like you to use to identify your niche. Comedy, education, informational, uplifting, fashion, real estate. Think about what your niche is. What are you good at? What are you different? What is different about you? Why am I going to want to work with you? What do you bring to the table? So I do 3 different pillars. One of them is being an older woman with gray hair and why that's empowering and lovely. I do different clothes, come get ready with me, outfit of the days, and then I also do my take on media, being a media person, right? So I have the ability to monetize, but I haven't pulled the trigger yet because I'm testing. I'm doing about 6 months of testing to see what content's going to work. Right now, that close-up one-on-one inspirational, this is my opinion, is doing very well. I have to commit myself to, am I going to get up every other day and sit in front of a camera and give you my opinion, knowing full well that when I give you my opinion, I'm also going to get a lot of hate coming my way. So I have 3 different pillars. The pillars that I thought were going to do well aren't. They're not really hitting. On Instagram, doing very well on Facebook. Let's not forget Facebook is a thing. It still has 51% of all social media. It is still a thing, even though we try to think that it's not. And TikTok does well regardless. I mean, I don't know why, but it does very, very well for me. It doesn't matter what I throw up, right? I could be brushing my cat and they're going to be into it. So think about what you do better than anybody else. What do you want to be known for? What is the thing that you would do for free? If money was not a necessity and it was not a barrier to you living your best life, what would you do and what would you talk to people about or what would you show them? The most authentic part of you. So we're going to do that. And then once you do that, think about who your target audience is. How old are they? Where do they live? Where do they shop? Where do they play? What do they do for work? What do they do for fun? Who is your target audience? And now I want you to think about, what does your audience do? What do they do for a living? Where do they spend their time? What's their income? How much money do they make? What do they do for fun? What stresses them out? What makes them happy? How are you going to tie into who they are as a person so that you can connect to them? And what makes you an expert in that space? Why are they going to come to you more than anybody else? Why are you that guy, that girl, that non-binary? Why are you that person that is going to get them to follow you? Here's where you get an opportunity. I don't know why this is popping up on my screen. This is where you have an opportunity to toot your own horn. You guys online, same thing. You talked about your niche. You talked about your audience. What makes you different from everybody else? Why am I going to work with you? Why are you the best person to give them this information? And here we go. What brands would want to partner with you? What brands would want to partner with you? If I asked you to do a commercial today, a quick 30-second commercial today, who would the commercial be for? Who would you reach out to actually sponsor you? Because we talked about a little bit earlier, doing the commercial and doing the ad before they paid you to do the ad. So think of the ad. Who wants to partner with you? They have to want your niche, and they have to want your target audience, right? So it's not going to be Pampers for MAPS unless people are trying to get to the stores where they get the Pampers, right? It's not going to be them, right? Who's going to give you money to talk about what you're the best at? Who's going to give you money at home to talk about or online that's going to give you the money to do the things that you want to do? Okay, we are a little behind, okay, a lot behind, and we're going to keep it moving. But I want you to hold on to the information that you wrote down because we're going to build on that as we go. Types of monetization. We've got platform revenue. We've got brand deals and sponsorships. I'm turning this over to Jaden and Nini. They are experts here. You guys take it away.
All right, and this is where we need to take notes. I was telling this side of the room, we about to get into some cold, hard numbers. Cool? All right, so platform revenue. Y'all saw the videos that were showed on the screen for me, yes? Remember those? I actually got paid from those. Even though those are not ads, I still generated revenue from those. And we're gonna go, this is the biggest rule about any video you post, and I need y'all to say this back to me. If you post it one place, post it everywhere. Say that back to me.
If you post it one place, post it everywhere.
Yes, and what I mean to say by that is, I'm gonna go through all of these platforms on the side. If you make one video, you could post it on every other platform and you're still getting money from that. So if it makes a little bit on YouTube and then a little bit on Facebook and then a little bit on TikTok, that's a lot everywhere, right? If you put it all together. So we're gonna start with YouTube AdSense, right? On YouTube, there's a thing called being a partner. You have to be a YouTube partner. In order to do that, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. If you're on YouTube Shorts, you need 1,000 subscribers and at least 10 million views in the last 90 days. That
Can
sounds
you say
like
that one more time? 1,000?
Yes. 1,000. If you want to do long form, if you want to be a long form partner, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Total. If you want to do it through YouTube Shorts, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 10 million views within the last 90 days.
Oof.
That sounds like a lot, but I was telling this side of the room, when it comes to these short form pieces of content, they get pushed very rapidly. So if you're posting consistently every day, the views will start to ramp up, right? And I'm going to get into hard numbers now. If you're posting a long form video, so like a video that's over a minute long and does not qualify as a short, usually for me, this is my numbers, you're going to get paid like $3 per 1,000 views, right? So that tends to add up very, very quickly. If you're posting on YouTube Shorts, it's more about like 75 cents per 1,000 views. But like I said before, those views pick up very quickly. So it seems like a little bit of money, but as you continue to post, it becomes more and more money. On Facebook and Instagram doesn't pay you for in-stream ads, but Facebook does. The requirements on Facebook is literally only 1,000 followers, but that is not hard to do if you are posting consistently. When I first started off, it took me 30 days on Facebook, right? Because I came from TikTok and then started on Facebook. It Took me 30 days to get 1,000 followers. If you're posting consistently every single day, it is not hard. Yep. For Facebook, I get paid like $1 for every 1,000 views. And like I said, the views ramp up pretty quick. So post consistently, you'll get paid a lot. On TikTok has the highest barrier to entry. You need 10,000 followers and then at least 100,000 views within the past, the past 30 days. TikTok pays pretty well. For every 100,000 views, I get about $75. And just to tell y'all how much money you can actually make on TikTok, the most I've ever made off of one video was $6,500. So there is a lot of money to be made on TikTok, but it starts from y'all being consistent. And then I'm going to pass it over to Nini for the brand deals and sponsorships.
Okay, first of all, you ate that. Work.
Thank you.
Okay, so you guys, when it comes to brand deals, for every creator is different, right? Some people make the majority of their money from doing like the monetization. Some people make the majority of their money from doing brand deals. For me, brand deals are more lucrative for me, right? You can do sponsored posts. You could do what is it here? Mentioning a product. You can become a brand ambassador, or you can feature the service, right? For me, what happens is, like I said, I don't have a manager, I don't have an agent. I look at my social media, like I was just telling the people in the breakout room, I look at my social media as an online portfolio. And everything that I'm posting it in the mindset, okay, of like, okay, I want a brand to see this and want to work with me. I want them to see what I'm doing and enjoy it. I want them to be able to see their product and whatever that I'm doing. Um, a lot of I want to say maybe like 90% of my brand deals have been from a brand seeing my videos and emailing me or DMing me or Instagram and being like, hey, we love this video, would you be interested in our next campaign? And I've been really grateful for that because, like I said, I don't have a manager. Most people have management where they're able to have that person reach out to go get brand deals. And sometimes you just have to take matters into your own hands. On the flip side of, if you're just starting out, you can also, like they were saying, uh, create ad-like videos where you're taking one of your favorite hairbrushes. You just love this hairbrush, so you're just showing people like, girl, this brush gets it together. I love how it works for me. This is how I do it. And a brand could say, you know what, I enjoy that. I see where they're coming from. Um, but like I said, for those of you who are just starting out, you can also reach out to brands. Once you have your online portfolio, your social media, kind of stocked with all of these things that a brand can look through, you can reach out to a PR. It's easy. Nowadays, you can just type in PR for ASOS. And that's what I've done in the past. I looked up the PR email for ASOS and I reached out to them. Hey, I wear your clothes a lot. It's like 80% of my wardrobe. I love to collaborate and work together. Sure enough, they reached out and they were like, hey, awesome. Go through our stuff, pick out what you want. We'll ship it to you for free and just take pictures and post. So sometimes you don't even it doesn't start out as you getting paid for it in money. Sometimes it starts out as just a relationship with you and the brand. And then you build a rapport, and then eventually you can have that conversation of, hey, I'd love to maybe look into like some sort of agreement where, you know what I mean, we work something out. So, um, yeah, I think I've kind of hit all the things that I want to hit just
Yep,
now.
I think so too. All right, let's keep going. So I wanted our two experts to talk to you about TikTok trends, Instagram Reels. Instagram is changing how they do business, I think, every week. First it's Instagram Shorts, Instagram Reels. Oh, now it's carousels. Oh, now it's talking into the camera. So if you are going to use Instagram, if that's your platform, follow the CEO of Instagram. He will tell you what he is changing. He changes every week. He'll also walk you through the algorithm and how the algorithm allows people to come in. There's trials where you can try the video and they will take that video and they'll show it to people that you're not following. If it does well, then they suggest that you go ahead and post it to the rest of your followers. That's today's instruction. It's changing very quickly. So I want them to talk a little bit about it, but I just wanted to put that caveat there for Instagram. that they're trying to find themselves. And as they try to find themselves and they're trying to find what works, and he went on and he went on his own Instagram live and he said, we're not trying to bury anything. That's not what we're doing. But he didn't say what he was doing. So I just want you guys to be very mindful that you might have to flip up your content creation based upon the platform. I'm going to let these guys talk about the TikTok trends, YouTube Shorts. I'm not as familiar. I spend a lot of time on Instagram. And then we have another activity. Okay.
So for TikTok, I like TikTok because whenever there's a trend or something, once you post, you'll get like instant feedback on like this, if this is the right topic to be capturing or if it's not. I'd say TikTok, your videos grow like way more exponentially than what it does on Instagram. Instagram tends to sometimes take a little longer. Like you'll have a lot of what I like to call delayed explosions where you'll post and then like a week later it'll finally go off. But like a week in social media terms is a very long time to like figure out if something's working or not. The good thing about TikTok is you can actually use life to figure out like what you want to post about. Like I'm gonna ask y'all, what are some things that are going on right now, whether it be pop culture, sports, like what are some things that are going on that you could possibly make content about? Like you said Coachella, that's great, and your video did really well using Coachella, right? Because that's a big event going on. For me,
this side of the room has politics.
Politics, right? For sports, the NBA playoffs are going on, right? Like that is unlimited content. There is content literally everywhere. And then actually on the app, there are certain sounds, certain topics, certain words that might be used a lot. You can kind of plug those into your content. Like for me, one of my biggest videos of all time, I don't know if y'all remember when 6'7" was like super duper popular. When it was super popular, I made the same face. I was like, maybe I'm a little bit too old for this. But if it's something that's really popping like that, plug it into your content. And it was just, I said it maybe like 3 times within the video, but because I utilized that trend, it became my most popular video. Nini, I'm gonna pass it over to you for Instagram Reels if you have anything to say about that.
Yeah, well, yeah, I definitely have a couple things. So I want to say, first of all, trial reels are amazing. I want to say that a lot of times, I don't know, sometimes even me, with having like a 500K, like sometimes it can feel like you hit a plateau. Like your followers are just like stagnant and they aren't seeing your stuff, or like we said, the algorithm could be a little bit weird at times. But I've personally found that with posting trial reels, it's showing my stuff to people that I don't know. So I'm getting way more followers because obviously your following already follows you. So I've realized that trial reels are really cool and you guys should definitely utilize them because it's gonna force your videos to be seen by people who don't know you from a hole in the wall, which is what you really want. That's what we want. We want to, stretch ourselves to everyone in the social media world. That's number one. And number two, when it comes to trends, I also wanted to mention that I started out following trends only and making it my own because I knew that if there's a trending sound or a trending dance or a trending edit that everyone is using, that's what the platform is going to push. So definitely don't be afraid to follow a trend, but make it your own. If you do makeup, if there's a specific song that's out, do your makeup with that song in the background. Or if you're a dancer, use that song, dance to that song because it's popular. That's what people want to see. So follow the trends and make it your own, and try IG Reels. Yeah, yeah.
And then for YouTube Shorts, I told you I was gonna come back to the saying: if you post it in one place, post it
everywhere.
Yes. So YouTube Shorts is what I like to call the bank, right? The audience of YouTube Shorts is a little bit, they're younger. They're like way younger. But I would still say post it on, if you're posting on like TikTok or Instagram, throw it up on YouTube, right? You don't have to specialize your content in any way. A tip for y'all, if you post on TikTok and like put something on the screen, there's an option for you to it'll download it to your phone with whatever's on the screen. Like it'll burn whatever you put on the screen, like into the video. So you don't have to do any work at all when you post on YouTube Shorts. Like when I'll post on TikTok, and then right from there, I'll go to Instagram, and there's an option where you can post where when you post on Instagram, it actually posts on Facebook for you. So you don't have to do anything. Then go right to YouTube. The captions are already burnt into the screen. Post it there, call it a day, right? YouTube Shorts is the bank. There, I don't really see much of a benefit to like specialize in YouTube Shorts. But like I said, once you get into that partner program, that's money that starts adding up if you're posting every single day. So
And I
YouTube
just
Shorts is the
wanted,
bank.
I wanted to add that I started my TikTok account simply because I use CapCut on my phone to edit. And when you use CapCut and you post to TikTok, they'll take the watermark away. So there is nothing for CapCut, right? So I edit in CapCut on my phone. I uploaded it to TikTok without the watermark, and then I download it from TikTok and I spread it across different platforms. Now you can also edit it after it's done in whatever other app you want to get rid of that last billboard that says CapCut. But that's the easiest way for me. I just go park it over there. But after listening to our two experts, maybe I'll give TikTok a little bit more attention.
Yeah, like biggest thing, it'll feel like a job if you make it feel like a job. You want to make it as easy as possible as it can be for you. So if, like I say, I always start by posting on TikTok because you can burn them captions in, and then it'll download it for you with the captions on. You are already good. You don't have to touch nothing else. You just go to YouTube, press post. That is it. You don't have to do any more extra work. And I don't know about y'all, but I like when I don't have to do extra work. I love when I don't have to do no extra work at all.
I bet.
Yeah.
Okay, your turn. So I just want you to take a moment to think about a video idea. You have your niche. You have your audience. You know what you're talking about. Pick one of these, or all three if you like. And what are you going to post tomorrow? Tomorrow. What are you posting tomorrow? You have your niche. You have your audience. You know what you're talking about. Are you going to TikTok tomorrow? Are you going to Instagram tomorrow? Are you going to YouTube Shorts tomorrow? Because I need you to post tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then as Jaden said, if you're going to post to TikTok tomorrow,
Post everywhere. Might as well. Just post everywhere, please.
no pressure. No pressure.
Can
So
I
just
say,
take a moment. Think about it. Nene, that's not unreasonable, right? They can post tomorrow.
No. Actually, what I was gonna say is, at first I did not use YouTube at all, and then a friend of mine kind of drilled it into me and kind of cursed me out a little bit and was like, "You need to be using YouTube." So I then kind of like took all of my videos from TikTok and started to like every day upload a video, and before I knew it, I had like 60,000 subscribers from my old videos from just posting. And now, like, if I post something on TikTok or Instagram, I will put it on YouTube. And if I wouldn't have done that, then I would be 60,000 subscribers, less, if that makes sense.
Yes. And you just gave me an idea. I have a bunch of old videos on it. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow.
Repost, yeah, that's another thing. Repost old stuff. Because I'll repost a video. The other day I reposted a video and it ended up getting like 2 million views, and it's a repost from like years ago. So people, don't see everything that you post. So a lot of people are seeing it's new to some people.
So question for you two. When you repost videos, are you repackaging them or are you just posting them the way they are?
I repost the exact same
The
video.
exact same thing.
And
Okay.
I used to feel bad about it, but I had to give myself this like analogy. When cable was like a big thing, reruns were a thing. They didn't change anything about reruns. It was the exact same episode. And for me, there's a couple episodes, like I used to grow up watching regular show. So there's a couple episodes of regular show that I love. And I watch it 5 million times. And I'm not going to go, oh my gosh, it's the same episode. No, I love this episode. There are people who are going to love certain videos that you have, and you should not feel guilty about posting it again. So if there's ever a day where you're like, I don't have any video ideas, I don't feel like putting up this camera at all, repost one of your really good videos. It'll get people engaged again. And then once you see those numbers go up, it'll probably give you some motivation to be like, hey, let me go make another video tomorrow. So
I like it. Okay, so I'm not going to come test you. This is for your homework. But if anybody online, Julian, would like to share in the chat what the video they're going to do tomorrow, let me know. If anybody here would like to share the video that they're going to do tomorrow, let me know. Anybody?
I'm going to share the footage of walking into this building.
hey.
Hey! Everybody online, I'm not sure if you heard that. She said she's going to post a video of her walking into the building. Guess who's going to repost it? MCM will repost it. MCM Creates, which is our department, will repost it, and I will personally repost it. So tag us.
And so, Kevin, I think you posted something last time we had a class, and I will gladly repost. So if y'all post something to this and tag me, I will gladly repost.
Yeah, why aren't you tagging MCM? We got you. We'll repost every single time. We got you.
Can I ask a quick question
Yes.
about accounts, though? If you've got like your personal private account that you keep private, and is this stuff that you would create a separate account with like a different
Yeah.
personality
So
or-
just make I have a private account, and then I have like my Sprish account, which is the performative like acting account. Because there is certain things you don't want people to know every part of your life, right? So if you already have a private page, keep that private page. Make a new page. It's gonna feel weird starting from zero, but like I said, if you keep posting consistently, that number will go up. And once y'all first starting, do not focus on that number. Do it for yourself. Tell yourself, I'm gonna do this every single day, and if that is your goal, you'll see them numbers increase. So.
Okay. What time is it? Ooh, we're doing a time check, and we are running out of time. We got a couple of things that I want to talk about. He's already talked about the cross-platform strategy and what that looks like. Reposting content across platforms, posting schedules with realistic goals. There are free tools for editing, analytics, and growth. That will be in the social media toolkit that I'm going to email you. And so for those of you online, those of you in the studio, make sure that the email that you signed up for this class is the email that you want to receive the information. We've got a toolkit coming your way. We've got a sheet on helpful hints, some of the things that we talked about today. We're also going to send you this slideshow. And next steps. So for you, it is to start your social media platform that's not private. So I would like you to do that tomorrow. For you, it's to start with your maps. For you, it is to start an account that's not with your organization. For you in the back, you're going to tie into the educational, developmental with the people who are there and the inspiration, giving them the tagline that I gave you, leaning into that. We're going to start with that target audience that we have, right? You have several pillars. We're going to lean into one of them. We've got the cars back here. We've got politics over here. And we've got real estate. You're already doing a great job. So we've got real estate, yes? One of the things I would suggest, and I'm going to have Jaden point out a couple of folks over here. I'm going to have Nini point out a couple of folks online. One thing that I suggest before you walk out of here is exchange your handles. But you have a built-in audience right here. We can grow right here with the people online. Put your handle in the chat. Let's follow each other. Let's support each other. Let's be each other's community so that we can get this thing going and you all can start making some money because your views are going to go up. From this side, anybody have any next steps that you might want them to do right now?
Hannah, correct? Yes. I would say, like I told you, take the blogs that you've already written down, put that camera up, you're good. Felice? Oh, I remember her name's good. Okay.
You are doing much better than me. I remember content and not names. You're good. You're really good.
Remember, use that green screen feature that you will be the link between every piece of news or anything that you put out, right? Instead of it just being your opinion, they now recognize you. Roxy, am I getting that right?
Woo! I'm glad I went first.
Like you were talking to me, you already have all your content planned out. You just have to do it. You have to do it. You have that expertise, you have that perspective that I know a lot of people, even back at Howard, especially with this internship stuff, they need that expertise, and there's nobody in the market talking about that right now. Put that camera up, start recording, and if you're saying, oh, I don't want to record every day, I was telling her, and I'll tell everybody, batches. Film your content in batches. If there is a Saturday or a Sunday, I don't do nothing on Sunday. This Sunday, I'll probably sit and watch the Celtics game, and that'll be all I do all day, right? Take an hour, plan out your content, have like 3 or 4 shirts right next to you, film it all in one batch, every single video, so that you're not recording every single day because life is life, and we're human, and telling yourself that, hey, I'm going to record every single day isn't possible. Like for me today, I knew I was coming to do this class. I came straight from school. I don't have no time to film a video by 7, but I made one yesterday, right? I did it in batches yesterday, so that when something like this comes up, you can just go and post it because it's already edited. So like I said, you already have everything planned out. Put that camera and start posting.
I think I saw Nini's hand up. Go ahead, Nini.
Yeah, I just have a quick couple things that I just thought about. A lot of people who are just starting out with content tend to think that they need an expensive camera, some crazy lighting, the whole hoopla. Go to Amazon, get you a cute little ring light. Make sure you wipe your phone. You can use your phone. I use my phone for everything. I don't have a camera. I've used my phone since 2020 all the way up until now for all of my content. And sometimes it is really just as simple as wiping your screen and make sure everything is clear. Um, the quality of your stuff is really important, and you can get that quality with the things that you have right now. You don't need to go out there and get the most. And another random key that I have is for your social media, thumbnails are really important to me, and I think they're important in general because they're the first thing that a brand sees when they go to your page. So make sure your thumbnails are engaging, and like your thumbnail will tell the story of what the video is going to be about. If you were to go to my page, you would see all of my thumbnails have the vibe of the video. So those are really like the only two things that I kind of really just wanted to mention really quickly.
Well, I have one more thing.
Sure.
This is some sauce that took me years to figure out. 5-second retention. 5-second retention matters so much nowadays because as a society, we have devolved to goldfish. Nobody sits and waits for anything. That 5-second retention is so important because if you were swipe off, I was telling you about the algorithm. If they're swiping off, they're telling the algorithm, hey, this video is not interesting at all. And if it's not interesting, they're not going to show anybody. So what I like to use is, the method I like to use is in the first 2 sentences of a video, you need to tell the viewer exactly what you're talking about and why you are the person they should be listening to. For every single video. It should never be more than 3 sentences for them to figure that out. Think about it yourself. If there's a video you're watching and it doesn't get you interested within the first like 5 seconds, it's probably because there's no reason for you to watch this video. So I started implementing that a couple months ago, actually after the last class we had, and I've seen an increase in like all of my views, like literally. It matters so much because your video could be the most important and the most informative video of all time, but if you don't get them to stay past that 5 seconds, it'll never grow.
I wanted to add 2 things. First, I'm going to play, so look at the thumbnails that Nini was talking about, and I want to play these 2 videos from his Instagram. But I also wanted to tell the ladies and the gentlemen and the non-binaries in the room a couple of things. You do not have to look perfect. You do not wait for your hair to look perfect. You do not wait for your makeup to look perfect. You don't work for your clothes to look perfect. We're not striving for perfection. Actually, you're going to get dinged for that. We're not using AI. You're going to get dinged for that. They're going to take it down. You're not going to get the hit. Using ChatGPT is a choice, but the hooks all sound the same. They're all starting to sound. Don't scroll until you.
Yeah.
I have 5 tips that I want to. The hooks are all starting to sound the same. Now, if you're a great prompt engineer and you know how to work, AI and large learning models, great. But your prompt has to be amazing. Your prompt can't just be, create an Instagram post for me where I'm going to talk about maps to people between the pages of 45 and 55. I think that's such a niche, girl. I think it's amazing. That's why I keep going back to it.
It is really
right?
cool. I'm not
It's
gonna lie.
going to do that, and it's so generic. It's so generic. The more you feed, if you're going to use AI to help you get to your post, the more you feed it, the more it's going to be able to help you figure out what to say. But I encourage you not to use it because it's all starting to sound like what they're calling AI slop. It's all starting to sound the same. Everybody's using it, and the hook that he's talking about that it's going to tell you to use in the first, trust me, 1,500 other content creators are using that same hook. Don't do it. Be your most authentic self, and that's going to help you get to the end. So I did want to show, I want to do a couple of things because Nini talked about the thumbnail. So look at the thumbnails. That's Paris Hilton in one, that's Rihanna in the other. He could have picked a whole bunch of other things, but he did his star power thing. I want to play these 2 for you in a way that you can think about how you can recreate something similar without the sponsorship behind it, right? So let's take a look at the first one. Hope it plays.
And what? That's hot. Oh my God. Y'all was in my ear. I just co-hosted with the one and only Paris Hilton for International Delight's brand new coffee creamer launch. We gonna get into it and I'm gonna show y'all exactly how this event went down. We had the people outside in Santa Monica and we had a cute little mini bar to make your own coffee. And we had the dopest interview. Stay tuned for part 2. Paris was a dream to work with, so cool and down to earth. I really love partnering with International Delight. The creamer is sweet, but the walk is stank. Y'all, look what this little girl made for me. How cute is this? Thank you, boo. But wait, could we take a second and get into the new flavors though? The raspberry champagne has a burst of fruity flavor, while the sweet and spicy has an actual kick to it. The cotton candy cold foam was by far my fave. It really brought me back to my childhood. The vibes were immaculate. Everybody was outside and enjoying a little brew. I mix and match all of the flavors and tried a bunch of different combinations. Y'all need to do the same. Y'all ain't gonna miss this sweet and spicy, right?
I mean, he got a lot in there, right? It's a coffee creamer, sponsored that. He got a lot in. And he had his star power to help him. He dropped your name a few times. That's what you're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. So let's look at Riri.
Hold on, because we don't got the clearance for that song.
Okay.
Keep that door shut. Thank you.
Okay, so this is my last question.
Okay.
What's one hairstyle that you do that gives you the ooh, ah, it just makes you feel your very best? Like you just feel the most confident. It's that one.
Side part sleek.
Ooh.
Like
Ooh.
side part
Yeah.
sleek bang.
I
Oh
feel
my
it.
gosh.
Works, sis.
I could live in that hairstyle.
Mm-hmm. Same. Me
Yeah.
too. I feel like it would look so good if we both had a little
You
sidebar
should
moment
try
right
it.
now.
Look, let's just pretend.
It's very that.
What's it when you do?
The little. Stop! Why you?
Okay, Nene, tell us. I know we're running out of time, but I really did want them to hear this. How did these two interactions, engagement come about?
So I'll try to get through it really quick. So with Fenty, me and Rihanna have been following each other on social media for a couple of years before I got the opportunity to work with them. But that was actually my first time ever interviewing somebody, and it kind of scared me because I didn't have that background. But they felt, they looked through my content and felt like I was good enough to do it. And that's why I tell you guys that your social media is an online portfolio, because they looked through my stuff and they said, okay, we think that he has what it takes to interview her. And since then, I've been able to now interview Paris Hilton and become a host and interview different people, all because of that first interaction. And with International Delight, this is probably my 5th time working with them. So like a long-term partnership where like you work with somebody and they enjoy your essence and then they ask you to keep coming back, which is why when you guys start to work with brands, it's important to keep in contact and to really do a good job and sometimes go above and beyond, because then you can end up working with that brand and they'll take you with them wherever they go. So yeah, these all just came from these people looking at my socials and wanting to work with me.
Yeah, we are at the point of questions. So yes, what is your question?
2 questions. Do you guys do your own editing, and what are your favorite tools? And then also, from a brand partnership perspective, do you have someone from legal? Like, how do you make sure the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted, it's above board? All of those pieces where you could potentially get caught up. I'm even thinking taxes, but we'll not go there. But I just, from a contract perspective, do you have a side legal that's reviewing that? And then from a content editing perspective, are you guys doing that yourself?
I'm going to try to sum this up for the people at home because you're not mic'd, so I want to make sure that they can hear you. So the question is, tell me if I'm getting it right. It's a 2-parter. One is, do you do your own editing? What kind of tools do you use to edit? And the second part was, do you have legal representation to help you through the contract process? Did I get that right? Okay.
I can't answer the first half. I do my own editing. I use Adobe Premiere Pro on my laptop.
We teach Adobe Premiere Pro classes here at MCM for Montgomery residents. Delmar is one of our instructors who can teach you how to use Adobe Premiere Pro. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's definitely, it took me a minute to like really get it, but once you get it, it's pretty easy. And then Nini, I don't know if you wanted to answer that second half of the question.
So yeah, I my brother edits a lot of my videos. He taught me how to edit, and he uses Sony Vegas, which
Sony
I don't know if
Vegas.
it's like easy or hard or I've used like edits in CapCut as well for my videos, and sometimes I'll shoot in TikTok and edit in TikTok just because I want to finish product. By the time I'm done, I don't want to have to like take footage and chop it up. When it comes to like contracts and stuff, if I'm being completely honest, I may run it through AI to like let me know, okay, like what should I be looking for in this? Because contracts are long. That's what I've realized with working with brand deals. They'll send me like a 10-page contract, and like, I don't have a manager, I don't have management, but sometimes ChatGPT will help me out and let me know, okay, well, you need to be looking for this. You need to ask them for this. And I'm like, okay, taking notes. So, yeah, that's honestly how I go about it. And then I'll, tweak it and yeah.
Any other questions? Julian, do we have any questions from the folks online?
We do. We have one that just asked, has anybody used Final Cut Pro?
I use Final Cut Pro, and I'm trying to learn Adobe Premiere, and I encourage you to take our classes here at MCM with Delmar, who teaches Adobe Premiere and not Final Cut, but if you'd like to learn Final Cut, I'm more than happy to teach a class on it. Okay, do you use Final Cut?
I don't use Final. I've never touched Final Cut in my life.
How about you, Nini?
No.
Okay, so I'm your Final Cut girl. Whoever asked that question online, I got
Right.
you. I got you. Come take a class with us. I got you. We had another question here.
Yeah. So when posting, is there particular days, times that's best to post, or do you just post whenever?
The question is about the posting cadence. Is there a special time when you should post? Is there a special day that you should post?
Well, if you look at your analytics, it literally will tell you when the majority of your following is online, what day the majority of your following is online. I used to follow it. I still do, kind of, sort of. I mean, it's kind of like who's up at 2 a.m. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna post at 2 a.m. But I'm not as strict with it as I used to be because I realize that it kind of doesn't matter. But also, like, if you really do want to post when the majority of your people are on, you can go to your analytics and it'll tell you exactly when.
Nini, can you tell people how they find their analytics? Like, how do they go to their analytics to be able
I
to
think
look at it?
it's. I mean, I think I don't. I feel like you go to your settings somewhere or
Yep.
like
That's
I
it.
can't. I don't know specifically, but it's like a couple buttons. Not too hard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually always in the studio part or whatever app you're in. So I know for TikTok, you go to TikTok Studio, and then analytics, there's a follower tab, and you can see when they're up. Like Nini said, I used to try to follow it like to a T, but you just gotta ask yourself like logically: is anybody up at 3 a.m. watching it? No. Is anybody up at sometimes? Like sometimes you don't want to go for it sometimes, though, especially if you're trying to reach the most audience. Like, is anybody watching a full TikTok at 1 p.m. on Monday? Not people are at work, but are people usually watching TikTok at 7 p.m. on a Wednesday? Yeah, it's prime time. Everybody back at home. So my like benchmark is usually 7 on the weekdays, and then on the weekends kind of like 4 p.m. That's what's worked for me a lot. But 7 p.m. is the benchmark for like pretty much every time because everybody's on their phone at like 7 o'clock.
So the answer to your question is to test it out.
Test it out. Yep.
Do different days, do different times. Go on the back end, look at your analytics for the different platforms. See what's doing well with your target audience. With your target audience, where somebody said women between the ages of this and that. When are they watching your content? But don't get married to it. Experiment, look at different things, go from there. And when you have the time to do it, bring your audience to you. Bring your audience to you. Jillian, do we have another question from online?
Not yet.
Okay, anybody else here? I thought I saw another hand. Did we do such a good job that we answered all of your questions? Well, alrighty then. That, my friends, is a wrap. So what I would like you to do, please, is follow us. We are on Facebook, Twitter, which is X, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We really need some followers on TikTok. It's really lonely for us
Actually,
over there.
Danielle, we did just get one last question.
Oh, okay. Pulling up the rear. Who is it?
Yeah.
What we at?
Marianelli asks,
Hi, Marianelli. She
What?
is one of our former Digital Futures fellows.
Hey.
And Julian was a fellow as well. So we've got two fellow alumni talking to
was.
each other. I love that. Yes, Marianelli, how may we help you?
anyway, what
I
are
digress.
some
I'm sorry.
other
I got
editing
excited.
tools that can be useful just in case you are not able to afford Adobe Premiere Pro?
CapCut.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say CapCut, but also just like TikTok. Like I edit in TikTok pretty often, and there's like new features that they added that I didn't even know that they had that has made it easier for me to edit. So I tend to edit through TikTok.
TikTok, yeah.
I edit. You can also edit in Instagram. So at one time, if you used Instagram edits, the algorithm would show the videos more. But now the CEO says that's not true. I still don't. I have trust issues. So if I can, I edit in Instagram. I also, so that's free, Marinelli, and so is CapCut. Now, the thing about CapCut is, though, I mean, you can edit yourself, or you can go look for templates. And if you're looking for templates, they're going to kind of put you in a box a little bit, because the template might say 7 photos. And that's all that's going to go in there,
Yeah.
are those 7 photos. It might say 20 photos. And it's going to put other photos there if you don't do your 20 photos or your 20 videos. So right. So I look for fun. I look for fun templates if it makes sense, or I just do it organically and I start. Delmar has taught me how to edit in Adobe Premiere. I'm not sure if I mentioned that we have those kind of classes here at MCM. And if you're following us, the very last the very last video that was posted on Instagram. So I did this from my personal page on Facebook and my personal page on Instagram, but then I also put it on my personal page in LinkedIn, and MCM shared that video on LinkedIn. It was from the class that Kevin was in as a way of getting people to take this class, and I edited it on Adobe Premiere with Delmar teaching me how to do it. So if the video sucks, you're going to blame Delmar. No, I'm kidding. It's a great video. It's very, very cute. It's very, very cute.
A follow-up to that. I didn't see that I didn't see the classes online.
You didn't see the classes
I
on.
saw one that's posted
Oh, we're going
in a
to.
couple of weeks,
Good.
and then I didn't see.
We will fix that.
Okay.
So you're going to go to my MC Media, and you're going to look for the Media Education Department, and you're going to look for classes. And we don't have any coming up immediately, but if you all tell me that you want an editing class, I will surely create an editing class for Delmar to teach. If there is interest, we will absolutely do that. So folks online, wait, I see a hand up. Is there interest, Julian? Do they want to take an editing class?
Somebody actually just had another question, but
Oh,
I'll ask it when you're
okay.
done.
And it is?
Oh, okay. I didn't want to interrupt your sentence.
No, I'm done with my pitch. It sounds like for the people online, if you do want an Adobe Premiere class, I understand that everybody cannot afford the software, but there is an entry trial version, correct? That you could use, and you do need some guidance. I'm a Final Cut Pro person, and I'm trying very hard to become an Adobe Premiere, because we're an Adobe Premiere house. And it's a little different, right? You're trying to find out where everything is.
There's actually 3, DaVinci.
And I'm trying to learn DaVinci.
I forgot about DaVinci.
Adobe, but I'm a creator on a budget, so I don't do Adobe.
Right.
Final Cut. You buy it once, it updates.
Right.
Crosses all platforms, your iPad.
Right. I like Final Cut. We're not a Final Cut house, but I like Final Cut, and I am trying to learn DaVinci as well. Not well enough that I can teach it, but I am trying to learn it as well. Okay, so I'm sorry, I cut you off, did I? The question?
Don't worry. All righty. So the question is from, I think, Eleanor, making sure I'm saying that right. But they ask, what if someone is a still photographer? You mentioned making a video tomorrow, but what about opportunities for someone who is a still photographer? Can monetization work for, you guessed it, a still photographer? That's the question.
I think I have like a answer. I think that still photography, you could definitely monetize off of it. I think that people, I mentioned this earlier in the breakout session, that people love to see the process of things.
Yep.
And I think that with you being a still photographer, people like to see the would want to see the process of how you got to that photo. So I think that if you maybe are taking your photos and you have someone else maybe recording you taking the photo, and then at the end of the video, boom, here's the photo that you just took. Here's this, whether it be like a person or a place. People love to see the process of things, and I think there's definitely an opportunity to monetize off of that.
I just want to say this because I think when we talk about, sometimes we'll be like, oh, I don't care if anybody cares about my process or like who I am or what I'm doing. But I just want you to think about any celebrity ever, right? What they are essentially doing is showing you their personality and their skills. Whether it's LeBron James or Beyonce or whoever, they are showing you who they are. You also have that capability. You just got to apply yourself. Like, that's literally it. So
I want to add for photography, our car person in the back is a videographer. And one of the things you can do for still photography or videography is show your equipment. Show people the camera that you use. Walk them through the process. Walk them through how you pick photos. Like Jaden was saying, and Nini, walk them through who you are authentically. What is your day like? You get up in the morning, you have a photo shoot, and what? What do you do? How do you prep? How do you get the screen background? How do you decide which camera you're going to pick? Lighting is very important for a still photographer. So it's not just about the images that you're sharing with people. Again, this is you, your authentic self, sharing your life. We'd like to look into the life of a photographer. You never know. You might reach somebody who wants to be a photographer, but you know who you're trying to reach? The company that makes the camera.
Yeah.
The company that makes the edit platform that you're using. You want DaVinci to reach out to you and say, hey, we'd love to partner with you. We've been watching your reels. You're such a creative photographer. It's not the photo. It's not. It's the storytelling of how to be a photographer. It's the storytelling of how to be a photographer. It's the storytelling of the process of how you pick out photos, how you chose it, why you chose that camera. That's the storytelling. Thank you very much, guys. It's been our extreme pleasure. Thank you. Round of applause for yourselves. Round of applause for everybody at home. Thank you, Jaden. Thank you, Nini. Thank you, control room. Thank you, cameras. Thank you, Delmer, who teaches a class, Improver of Pro Editing, in case you want to take one. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
My last thing.
Don't scoot out yet. Go ahead.
Oh, if y'all can tell I'm a big mindset person, because I think a lot of this is mindset. You got to tell yourself the days and the weeks are going to pass regardless, so might as well put up a video. I don't care if you think it's bad, put it up. Because 3 months from now, you're going to be like, dang, I went to that class. I wish I would have started posting because I could have been making some money. So put up some videos. All y'all have great ideas. I'm excited to see what y'all post. So
while you're here, if you like the class, because I don't want you to do a testimonial if you didn't. If you like the class, please come on up, speak into that camera, and tell us what you liked about it. And you're going to be on TV.
Today, it was a lot about consistency. It was a lot about discussing, I guess, the specifics of getting into your community, your niche, breaking it down and hyper-focusing on it rather than trying to be very general. A lot of it was reminders, things that I knew but haven't acted on. So it's good to get that reminder sometimes.
And you have homework. What are you going to do tomorrow?
I'm going to post a video and send it to you tomorrow and then post it on all platforms, as Jaden said.
All right. Thank you.
I'm here because I love social media and I'm behind my brand for the last 5 years, and it's time for me to be seen.
What did you learn today?
I learned about content, that it's not that hard to create content, and you can be you, and you don't have to be perfect to be out there. So that made me feel more confident to go tomorrow and do my homework.
And so what are you going to do tomorrow? Have you figured out what you want to do?
Yes, I already am working some behind the scenes for my video. Tomorrow I want to talk about my experience, and I always I'm talking about visibility, and then if you wanna get some visibility, just go out there and make people see what you do. People can see what you do, who you are, and that's it.